Please note, this video was made in October 2019. In this video, I will provide solid biblical evidence which shows that sometime in the near future, two important end-time events prophesied in the Bible will take place in chronological order, one after the other. The first event will be the complete destruction of the Upper West Bank, known as Samaria, which is located in Israel. This will later be followed by a second event, which will be a mass Islamic invasion of Jerusalem. Please note that back in 2017, I made the following video. In that video, I spoke about the end-time destruction of the Upper West Bank prophesied in the Bible, Old Testament, and as I also explained, the Bible makes it clear that an end-time character who fits the description of the ISIS leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, will be responsible for organising a huge uprising in the Upper West Bank, which will result in its complete and permanent destruction. Okay, so going back to what I was saying earlier about the two important end-time events prophesied to take place in the near future. First event, the complete destruction of the Upper West Bank. This is followed by second event, a mass Islamic invasion of Jerusalem. The destruction of the Upper West Bank, known as Samaria, is prophesied in the following Bible verses. Micah chapter 1 verses 5 to 7. Why is this happening? Because of the rebellion of Israel. Yes, the sins of the whole nation. Who is to blame for Israel's rebellion? Samaria in the West Bank, its capital city. Where is the centre of idolatry in Judea? In Jerusalem, its capital. So I, Jehovah, will make the city of Samaria in the West Bank a heap of ruins. Her streets will be ploughed up for planting vineyards. I will roll the stones of her walls into the valley below, exposing her foundations. All her graven images will be smashed to pieces. All her sacred treasures will be burned with fire, and I will destroy all her idols. These things were bought with the money earned by her prostitution, and they will now be carried away to pay prostitutes elsewhere. Hosea chapter 13 verse 16. Samaria in the West Bank shall become desolate, for she has rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed into pieces, and their pregnant women shall be ripped up. However, according to the following Bible verses, they make it clear that the biblical Assyrian, who I have already identified as Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, will be responsible for causing the prophesied Samaria West Bank destruction. And then later, he will be responsible for an Islamic invasion of Jerusalem. This is confirmed in Isaiah chapter 10 verses 5 to 10. The Assyrian, he is my rod of anger. I will use him as a weapon to express my fury. I will send him against a godless, hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath. For he boasts, aren't all my commanders not kings? Has not Tel Tayanet fared like Carchemish? Is not Hama like Tal Rifat, and the West Bank like Damascus? As my hand seized the kingdoms of the idols, kingdoms whose images were greater in number than those of Jerusalem and the West Bank, shall I not deal with Jerusalem and her images in the same way that I dealt with the West Bank and her idols? Further biblical evidence which reinforces the notion that Samaria in the Upper West Bank will fall before Jerusalem can be found in a prophetic story in the Bible Old Testament. It is known as the parable of the two sisters called Aholah and Aholibah. Aholah represents the city of Samaria in the Upper West Bank, whereas Aholibah represents the city of Jerusalem. In part 2, I will take you through an accurate translation of that Old Testament chapter and provide you with a true meaning of it.